Okay. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news and I've got some all kinds of news. Which you want to hear first? Which you want to hear first? You want to hear the good stuff? Okay. Hello, everyone coming in. Kind of a little late start. I kind of was working on some stuff and I had phone calls. I was going to go on Gypsy's panel and just be done with it and say what I needed to say, but I figured this would be a lot easier just to do my own because she actually had to go for dinner or for lunch or something. Anyways, it's going to be it's not too hard to say, but it's not going to be an easy thing either. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you get rest? Yes, I got some rest. I got enough rest. We're only as good as your training. I don't care what anybody tells you. You're only as good as your training. That's it. Exactly. Everyone who supported me throughout the last few years, everyone that has, I appreciate you guys. But for the longest time, the last 2 years, I haven't done anything that involves helping or saving children. I haven't. I went away from myself. And you don't understand how hard that is to get back, especially when you've got low health. You know, I can sit here and say, no, you're not blocked. I can sit here and say that I can come back and I can be that person I once was. And that's easy just to say. But trying to do it, that's the hard part. That's the hard part. None of my clothes that I had in fit. Everything's changed. Everything's changed. Do I still have the same mindset? I don't. I don't. I don't have that clear conscience like I used to have. I don't have that. It's a sad thing, but I just don't. I was on the phone talking with some people a while ago, and it ain't the money situation. It ain't got nothing to do with that. As you see, we're talking about missing kids. There's no money up on screen. So it's not that. It's not that at all. It's the preparation it takes to do this. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. You see, it ain't about whether or not someone says they did this or that. It's what someone can prove and they do. Even though all those achievements in the past have been destroyed, I'm going to forget the past. I'm erasing all videos. I'm erasing everything in my phone because I want to be known for what's in the present and near future. If I do that, then I'm honest to myself. No matter how people say, hey, you got lucky there. You know, I don't want to have anything to do with luck. So I start new. And I start as one of you, just grabbing a hold of it. Now, I haven't studied the Sebastian Rogers case. I haven't. And I know the little bit that I've seen screen clips and looked at it. Of course, people say it's trolls. It's trolls, that's in control. The other YouTubers, other people and other creators who cover this case. Where is your field interviews, people? Hold on a second. Second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Been busy all day long. Hey, Jody girl, how are you doing? I hope everything's well. So, Wawa Mom, Flicker, Tiger Mama, thank you all. Thank you all. I know we were just live just a few ago, but I feel there's something that I really want to talk to you all about. Nobody can stop talking. No, and the reason why is real people. Why not help some other child that's missing born baby doing a good job at making a shit show? And that's the thing. I don't want to be visible. I don't want to be visible in it. As you see, there's no Cash Apps, there's no PayPals, anything while we're going to talk about Sebastian. We're not talking about Sebastian right just quite yet, but we will. We will here in a little bit. Now, a lot of people are starting to understand and see. And it ain't just hate. It's not hate. Not just alone. The people get mad. They're very mad at outcomes that happens. Example. Hold on a second. Thank you. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this. I do not have 100% health. I'll just tell you that right now. I'll be the first one for it. I do not have 100% health. We will try and do our best. I will make my appearance. We will make an appearance in the Sebastian Rogers case. Now, how we make our appearance is going to be up to fate itself, pretty much. I will do the interviews. I will do the field interviews. I have a few that I want to do. I want to do that. I want to do things that others is not doing, and no, I will not give that away. No, I will not give that away. While we're talking about, hold on a second. A ton of people messaging me and texting me. I will accept the new position for doing the skip traces for this huge company. I will be doing that. I will be doing that. And this is something I can do at home. I'll have more access. I'll have access to FCRA and CRA. I know I do have to get certified. I will be having to get certified to be able to do any kind of interviews. And what I mean with that, I'll have to sit down and do interviews with people and pretty much see if they're equipped and see if they're ready mentally in order to work. Just put it that way. So I've got a couple new things going for me, which is awesome. I needed that. I really needed that. Something that I can just, get my health back, helps get my health back. I'm going to be out. I'll be moving around. I need that. I need that. That's what I need right now the most. When it comes down to power and strength, I don't have that right now. I don't have that. I'll be the first one to say that. I don't have that. I'm literally coming off this, and I'm trying to regroup myself. And I know that I still have a long way to go. And that's one thing I'm looking at too. I have a long way to go. They had told me, it's like, well, let's just forget the lives altogether. Just do videos, post the videos, and you don't need to go live. But I feel like if I give up on my lives, then I lose, and I give up on myself and you people most importantly. And I'm not doing that. That's not me. That's not the way I am. I'll build it from the beginning up, and people can either accept it or they cannot. So it'll never be about money with me helping children. But I will say this: before each place we go, I will do donations. I will have donations, and I will do it that way. Before kids are even mentioned, and before there will be no children on panel or on the channel that's being talked about at the time. Because I'm telling you, when you start traveling like this, anytime, brother, anytime. But it's either 431 or 413. It's one type of film. I do know it's anyways. So we will be doing what we do best. And that's something I miss. God, I long for it. I've been longing for it. When I see these other creators, I go do field interviews, guys, field interviews. And no one ever does it. No one ever does it. I can get in places that other people can't. I've done that in the past, even in mindsets. And I'm hoping that I can just, what I'm going to do, basically, is check it out. I'm not going to get in nobody's way. I'm going to do my own investigation on it. I'm going to have my own on it. Now, the thing about it is me, I'm going in fresh. Right now. I don't know anything about the case. I know bits and pieces about it, bits and pieces. So I'm going to go as if, hey, this just happened. He's just been gone, and then go from that angle. And then I'm going to hit all the places I need to hit from there. That's my goal. That's my game plan, and that's what I want to do. So if you all support that, you support it. If you don't, you don't. The fact of the matter is, it does piss me off when people talk about the Summer Wells thing. They're waiting for this miracle to happen. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Yes, it's going to be 14. Or you need to get your health back. That's coming. Guys, here in the next day or two, I'll probably be taking so much testosterone and steroids that I'll build up pretty damn quick. Those Ernie investigative questions are the best because they're open-ended. They're who, what, when, where, how. Things these other creators have never learned. They don't ask those questions because when you start asking those questions, that's when people start freezing up and they either do one or two things. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll give you one. If you think I'm hell in hot water now, I want to get on those steroids. If I decide to do them. I know I done a cycle last time, and I'm just going to be honest with you people. It turned me into somebody who was a monster. And was I strong? Hell yeah, I was strong. Was I tough? Yes, I was tough. But it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So I'm going to debate that within the next day or so. I'm going to talk to some colleagues. I'm going to talk to, again, a good friend of mine and see where we're at with that. Now, the biggest thing about this whole thing, it's right by those roads that I told you about. That's not accessible. It's not accessible by maps. Okay, the maps do not show them roads. There's a ton of them. Those highways they call them. They don't do it. Tell me when you see if you got, and you guys can check that out. Is we warning about the road rage? Yeah. So here's the thing. If we do this, I've already been talking today. I've had a few calls. I've had a few people message me. I've had literally, they're like, yeah, I mean, they agreed on what I'd said before. You see, it's heavy. Okay. See if you can measure. Hey, see if you can measure it by height, weight, and get. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. Uh, it may be best you have a lot. Do it. Why not take pictures so I see exactly? Because I need because the old clothes does not fit me. I'll just be honest with you right now. I'm just out. Starting game went back, but there's a lot of things with that. Check it out. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. There's a few things, guys, I'm going to need help with, and it ain't money, but I'm going to have your understanding if I do this. If if we decide to do this, we're not going to be able to put as much time into one thing because we're going to have a ton of things. I'm not studied on Sebastian Rogers case. I just literally see clips here and there, and I don't know the whole thing. I don't know what people said or what they've not said, but I do know there have been no kind of conducted failed interviews. By what these people call them? They call themselves investigative reporters, right? Or what is it? Reporters? They're supposed to be reporters. Thank you. I appreciate it. So if I decide to do this, I'm gonna didn't say steroids was good for cancer, but let me tell you, you without any proof at all, you have damned me, condemned me, and all of that. And it's time the tide turns. It's time the tide turns. You see, I'm the one out here doing this shit, and you ain't. So, and your creators ain't. Now, with that being said, thank you so much. Next question, please. Next question. Markella's fake. Markella can't prove she's real. I don't want fake. I pretty much said fake and false people. I don't want to do it. Nothing to do with it at all. As a matter of fact. Hey, Allie, if you're watching right now, can you give me a heads up hand? Thank you. I don't want to mess around with fake people. Anybody who runs to another panel and runs their mouth and does all that stuff for nothing, and damn someone, I think that's a ruse. I think that's just something that's meant to derail and grab. That's all that is. As a matter of fact, I've seen even people that we're talking about in genuine question do that stuff. That's their way of thinking. Oh, Karen's that great. I didn't say Karen was great, did I? I didn't say Karen was great. Right. You don't ever go on panels, but you run your mouth and chat on things you know nothing about. We got you fine finance. You just tell how much. I don't want your money. I don't want your money. I've already turned down a lot of money. I've turned down things people have asked me. Now, when we get out there, if you want to help with food expenses and maybe gasoline, that would be cool. That would be great. I don't want your money and I don't want to get rich off this. I've got other ways and other plans on making good money. So thank you. Any questions? Any more questions? This is getting ready to blow up pretty much. When you say sponsoring, we do a contract. We'll do a contract. Black and white is the only way. Is the only way. Well, if you're on the phone with Markella, then you're on the phone with Markella. Anybody can be a Markella. Nobody knows. There's no person. There's no double identification mark on it. So I just say no. But what you said about the predatory behavior and stuff and the charges, you lied with that. You lied about your friend. We checked in on that. Thank you. There's no such thing as what you said, and that's a fact. You said there was a charge for it. There's no such charge as that. It's labeled in the category of child abuse. Child erotica, there's no such thing, okay? You don't know what you're talking about. There is no charge of child erotica, okay? There is no such charge. Simple. Now you can get for enticement, but there was no enticement. So I have some info I can send you about Sebastian Rogers case. Lindsay Shea, I need you to email me. You got my email, right? Operation here. I know I'm not putting it up because I ain't got no one. But let me see what I got right here. There you go. We'll run that on ticker. Not that. How you put this on ticker? I mean, hold on a second. Let me fix this. Edit. Scroll across. Save. Okay. So we'll run this on the ticker. Operation Rock 24@gmail.com. Hold on one second. There's no blue in this shit. Get this blue out of this stuff. We're not blue. Sorry. We don't represent no blue. We're not blue. Good deal. Thank you. All right. Operation Rock24@gmail.com. Actually, it'd be bigger if I did it like this. And then just here. Let me edit. Scroll save. Just takes a while. Operation Rock24@gmail.com. If you guys want to give me that, give me a minute to boot up my PC and you can drop a link for me. Why can't you drop a link on your cell phone and just go on your cell phone? I'm not going to listen to it. It don't matter to me. Those people don't matter to me anyways. Thank you. Appreciate it. PDF, feel, and sign. Okay. It's in the contract. The heavy part of it, and just show me pictures on what I have and everything and what I don't have, because I don't remember it. Contract sent? No. Come on, guys. I'm not playing. I'm not playing this time. Okay. There's no playing. There's work to be done. At least I want to see for myself. I want to see it for myself. I'm not familiar with the area. Not in that area. probably about 5 or 10 miles out I am. But going where they actually stayed at and everything, I'm not familiar. Will you accept others outside help? Yes, I will. If the contract ain't sent, I'm gonna block you, okay? Because you're taking my time. If I look and there's no contract to sign, then I'm blocking you. If that's what you want. I tell you what, I won't because I told you you already done it before I got to tell you. If you send gibberish or bullshit out, no, I'm not. I'm not into it. Not into it at all, as a matter of fact. I've got a lot of things I need to do and take care of. And I think when this actually happens and I can get my, I guess you'd say, feet back in the ground, get my foot in the ground again, get ready, take that step. Thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot. Means a whole lot. Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I'm like, seriously. Wind and whim. I am so proud of you. I'm glad the mold boxes have arrived. And tomorrow, if all works right, she'll start on the project of the pendants. So I'm probably going to rest to get ready for these next things I've got coming up here in a few days. And after that, if it's the Lord's will, we'll we'll tackle the Sebastian Rogers case. We'll go and look at it. Now, I'm not just going to go there. I'm not just going to go there and jump in head first. I'm not doing that. That's not the way you do it. That's not how it happens. I'm not. I don't have no time for bullshit, guys. I'm not at all. I think it's time that we start and do what we need to do. Time is of the essence. Let's just say that. Time is one thing we can't get back. I can't get the time back that I wasted on bullshit. But what I can do, and what I can promise you I can do, that's fine. You do what you need to do. You see, one thing that having YouTubers involved with different creators, it shakes that tree. Okay, it shakes a tree. It rattles a cage. Yes, I do have a theory on what happened to Sebastian, Chris Proudfoot. We'll call TBI together if you want to. I mean, we can do that. You want to? But I'm not going to be visible until I got the gotcha moment. I'm not going to be out there and putting myself out there and in front of everybody because the first step is not to load up and go. You don't just load up and go to a place. You do your homework first. No matter how much you want to get it done, your homework comes first. With that homework, you have what's called aerial maps. You'll have your aerial maps, which will have all that, and you put your blueprints, what around the area. What you want to do is you want to cover a radius around that house, just looking, getting a feel for things. If you went here, you went there, did you did that, the somebody's camera could have got him here or there, then you put together It's just like when you start undoing things. That's bullshit we have here. You just reverse it and you take it apart as you go. If Karen's in here, which I don't care, you done got my blood pressure up calling me a liar. Give me a StreamYard links. Show me there's such thing as a right. Okay. You want to prove me wrong? Okay, I'll give you that link. Now we're not going to speak long on this because to me, Markella ain't worth it. I don't fool with fake people until they can prove, hey, this person is this person. I'm saying she was a plant in the beginning. She was a plant in the beginning. And you'll have your chance to prove to me she's not. We'll switch back into other modes right now. But child erotica is no charge. It all aligns with child abuse and battery and stuff like that, sexual battery. And there's different stages of it. There is no child erotica. I don't know where you came up with that name at. Thank you. I'm reading that right now. You can still text Markella if you want to. That's what you're doing. You're getting a game plan up right now. You see, the fact of the matter is, when someone talks to someone and they answer them, it's usually within a few minutes with a text. If it's over 10 minutes, you know that they're doing something else. They're thinking. They're thinking about something. 15 or 20 minutes, they're waiting on a response from you so they can respond. Simple. That's how that works. I don't need drones. I don't need drones. We don't need dogs right now. What we need right now is a clear understanding. That's what everybody jumps in this stuff and they're head over heels. And then let me tell you, most of these creators, they make shit up. There's some creators that's been in their own damn backyards and stuff. I've heard this. That's pathetic. That's pathetic, people. That's pathetic. To do something like that is pathetic. I've heard there's other creators out there that had pictures of their backyards and say they're on an adventure. Now that's role play, and that's some other kind of LARPing, whatever you want to say, our constant suit. What we do is nothing like that. You ever watch somebody put something out on live? They'll put it out on live, right? And then right off the bat, they'll be quiet, and then they're attacked. They're attacked because other people assumed. They didn't wait for the facts. Brian, see what you could pull me up on Chris Proudfoot. Allie, can you look into that too? No offense, but Allie's a lot faster than Brian, and I can get things done through Allie. Who studied the Sebastian Rogers case in here? Who's been studying it? Who's been looking at it and watching it? Who's been watching it? Who's been looking into it? America. What kind of record did here we got somebody in the back here. Hello, Jeff. How you doing?
How you doing, Ernie?
I'm doing
I'm
okay.
I'm just going to show you what the charges was. I'm not telling you any personal information because I don't want it flashed all over YouTube. So
Okay, so he was charged with a child erotica.
look right here, offense
Hold on a
possession
second.
of
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me move this out of the way. You can show me. Go ahead.
there it is.
Go to the front of it. First part of it.
It just shows offensive possession of child erotica.
That's not a charge, though.
Yeah, it is. That's what an offense is.
It's offenses. What all was he charged with? Read all of them off.
Right there.
Read them.
Possession of child erotica served approximately 5 months in a correctional facility. Victims were male and female minors. That's the only charge.
Read the top of it. Start to the top where it says offenses.
Conviction date 3/11/2014. Victim relations stranger. Victim sex male. Victim's age minor. Offensive possession of child erotica.
So it's a possession. It's a possession charge of child porn, is what it is. Well,
Right.
okay.
Okay. So the way that worked was, and this is how stupid they can be with this. If you have a photo of my child and
Right.
they're in their bikini or whatever, and I found out about it and I wanted to be a prick about it, I could call the police and say, "Hey, this guy's got these pictures. Boom, you get a child erotica charge."
Right. They're going to take your phone and they're going to run it through ICAC.
Right. Now, with him, he did it on a public computer. That's how he got caught. It, trust me,
Right.
idiot, I know. But all
It's
it
a
was,
library computer, wasn't it? A library computer, right?
listen, all it was is he had photos of children, I guess, who were 18, in swimsuits, bikinis, underwear, whatever. They were not nude. And because they were not nude, it's child erotica. If it shows nudity, it's child pornography.
Bingo. Okay. Okay. So West Virginia has this law, right?
I'm pretty sure that's everywhere.
I couldn't find it anywhere in other states. Now I did find it. I didn't find it. I ain't looked in West Virginia, but I want to look in West Virginia too as well because that's where this actually took place.
I mean, I don't want to tell you to look
West
this up
Virginia is
because I
pretty
don't want.
strict. West Virginia is pretty strict. I just tell you
Any
when it
state should
comes
be
to
that.
child. Yeah. I do want to ask you this right here. How many years, because of that, because of the charge, because there's no enticement or there's no acting upon it or anything like that.
He served 5 months in jail.
Right. So did he have to register? No.
Yes, yeah, he's on the
He
sex
did.
offender
Right.
registry.
He is on the sexual registry.
Yes,
How long? 5, 10 years, 20? What do you get?
no clue. I guess permanent. I would hope.
Well, an action is a permanent. Usually it's 5 to 10 years. They'll give them on the sexual registry. That's not
It's
always
been over
permanent.
10, so that happened
Well,
in
if it's been over
2013.
10, well, it's probably ready to break, and it may break this year because
Oh no, it's way over 10.
getting a life thing for that. I mean, West Virginia's tough. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what all else. Did you have any other criminal background?
I don't really know. I mean, he's been in and out of jail, so I don't really know what all this stuff is.
Okay, so yeah. Now look, the thing about it is, I don't have no problem with you, Jeff. I don't have no problem with Markella, and it's water under the bridge. It's water under the bridge now. So
That's what I'm here
I
because I
don't.
don't want you to get things twisted. Like I told
Well,
you in your
and I
chat
like that. I like
earlier,
that. I like that.
you know, I want you to do good and see you succeed. I've heard good things about you, and then I've heard some bad things about you. I won't get into the bad because it's neither here nor there. But the Ernie I've
Thank you. I
heard about
appreciate that. Go ahead.
was the Ernie that went out after child predators and looked for missing kids and was trying to do good. Yeah, I want to see that Ernie again. The Ernie I've seen over the last week of people coming in here and just running their mouth. What the fuck? Where are these people coming from?
That's
The
been bad.
circus?
That's been bad. That's why I said I want to change the channel around because I understand time is of the essence and time tells all. But time is the one thing we can never get back. We can get money
Right.
back, but we can't get our time back.
Right. Once it's gone, it's gone. And like I said, the Ernie I was told about that did child predator thing and the missing kids. That's great. I don't know what this stuff
Yeah.
is has been other than a circus,
What's bad?
but
What's bad? What's bad about it is like right now, if I had, I don't have near the resources I once had. I'm gaining them back and I'm getting them back. But I used to have, a couple of different phones. That way I'll be on live in one and show people and verify. Like I would call the TBI, I would call, whoever, and I'd say, look, here's what we're going to do here with this. Is this okay if we assist? Is this, and get that courtesy? You get a courtesy or anything else when we was going after people of bad character, let's just say that, we would give them a courtesy call, law enforcement saying, hey, so and so's here. We've got this here. We've got the paperwork here. We can show you. And usually, when you give a courtesy call or a courtesy of anything, they usually are more acceptable. I mean, even in the Kentucky areas, like when we would do fugitive recovery and stuff like that, it was a lot acceptable. So it was it's you always want to give a courtesy. You want to give a
yeah,
courtesy call, let them know what you're doing, and then I promise you, even the FBI, we've had the FBI like say, hey, look, there's a reward out. Here's a reward, and it is a whole new different thing for people.
so I would love to see you get back into the whole predator hunting and the missing kids. That's where the good stuff is, and if it's meant for you to be profitable off of it, it's going to happen. Just let it be natural.
Why cover the Sebastian case? You messed up. You missed what I'm gonna do, Matt B. You see, before you go out in the field or do anything, you do your homework. You make sure you have your blueprints. You make sure you have everything ready. That way, if something comes up, you can say, hey, here's a file folder. Bam, bam, bam. Here's this. Here's that. We're going here. You're not looking for it as you travel or as you are in field work because then damages your safety and it takes away from everybody else's safety because you don't know what's going on. We know that Chris Proudfoot is a guy who likes to show his authority and show his control, and he's possessive. Am I right? Am I correct? He likes to show that front. He likes to show. He likes to show that. How do you defeat that? You see what I'm saying? He likes to put that wall up, but he also likes to bully. That's the word I'm looking for. Bully. I want you all to say. You see what I'm saying, Jeff?
Yeah,
Are you still here?
that's
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with the Sebastian case?
not. It's rare that you're going to see me on YouTube, so I know a little bit about this and that. The only reason why I even came up, even in here, I'm very protective of Markella. I I've known her, I guess, going on 3 years now. I didn't realize we talked about it the other day, but I'm telling you, that is probably one of the most
Well,
sweetest people
that's
you can
fine,
meet.
but she's way
And
out there on what she knows.
oh,
She's way
okay,
out there, and I'll give her credit. She wants to pitchfork people, and it's not the law. If I'm abiding by the law and going by the law, which I'm not, I'll just be the first one to say that I am not abiding by the law when it comes to
mhm.
certain things anymore. I don't do that. Now, do I, still say about what I say about law enforcement? Yes, I do. Law enforcement are heroes, military are heroes. But when it comes time to do what needs to be done, am I a law abiding citizen? No, I'm not. As simple as that. I'm not. Because I know at any given time that that same law that I abide by can turn on me. I know that. I've
Oh yeah,
seen it. I've
yeah.
had it happen.
You're good and
Now, am
bad
I
with
now? Wait a
everything.
minute.
It's not
Now,
law
am I
enforcement.
for law enforcement? Yes, I am. But there are certain things that I don't agree on because I'm going to tell you, proven fact. Even when you look into this stuff, law enforcement usually has a hand with missing children. Your local boys, your local people, and all that local shit. They're usually the good old boy system, and there's a lot of money to be made with missing children. I saw that with Hawkins County. Look, it's still dirty over there. As soon as that come out about the Hawkins County sheriff's son, I mean, who does that? What is the coincidence, or what is the chances, and what is the percentage that that could happen unless there's a whole ring over there? And look where it's close to. Look where it's close to, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, go ahead, brother.
I done lost my train of thought. Watching the rain. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. But I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm watching the chat here. I know people are not into the whole Markella thing. Everybody has their own opinion. You're entitled to your own opinion. So is your chat. I'm
Thank you.
just
I
telling you
appreciate
from
that
my
for the dot.
experience of her because I've known her so long.
Jeff, let me say
Just
this. I didn't know you. I don't know you,
yep.
but I can tell you one thing. You're very professional. So you must have a professional job. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, you're very professional in what you do in your speakings. You're very professional, and that I thank you. A lot of other people would be up here going out of hell, and that's the way usually YouTube is. People come up here and just go out of hell on people. You're very kind. You're very professional, and you're thorough. I can see that, and I understand that. Now, I don't have a problem with Markella. I'm not the one that run to the other panels screaming her name. I didn't do that. I never knew it. I got hit. That was a shock to me because here I am thinking, hey, everything's good here, everything's there. Was I a little bit lenient on Chris? Yes, I was. And the only reason I was is because I don't know what his mind state is. I don't know what his mind state is. I don't know the history. I should have never been in that. I should have never jumped in that, and I did. Now,
See, that's what got
go
me
ahead.
over here was the first place is because of this Chris person. The Ernie I was told about, I was expecting to come over and see you rip this guy a new asshole.
And I started to. And
Now
of
I
course,
understand.
someone in the chat said, wait, and then I got a couple emails, and then I had a text. And in the text is a very, very uh, pretty decent person when it comes to this stuff. He said, what age is he functioning at? And that's what got me to stop because I'd already had the admission in the front of it, in the first of it. Now, they say when acted upon, when a child predator actually acts upon, okay, engages, let's just say engages, that there is no rehabilitation. It's more, you're more likely to rehabilitate a murderer, a serial killer, than you are a child predator, is actually what they say. They've got these things in California now that they're doing to child predators. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah, well,
Where they
there is
hook
no curing for people that are young children.
it's just
The
like, can
only
you take blood away from a shark?
no,
You can't. And that's what I go at it. That's why I go at it like I do for it, and that's what I say. When a shark gets ready to bite you and it senses blood, it can't see what it's doing because its eyes roll back and the covers come over its eyes, right? For protection. And it bites. It goes straight in and it bites. It bites what it needs to bite. It tears it apart. A child predator is the same way. Once you come in between that child predator and its target or its prey, then And I'm saying it's, and the reason I'm saying it's because it's a demon. You can't, a normal person, you and I, patriot loving Americans and stuff, we can't just say, hey, we're gonna hurt this child. We can't do that. It ain't in our mindset. It's up here. It's not in our mindset. I don't get off on looking at little girls. I don't, or little boys. That's not my forte. That's not yours. You can tell people that it is. Now, when they do this and they get caught, we don't know what they've done behind their closed doors. We don't know if they've actually acted upon it. We don't know anything, right?
Right. But
That's why
if
that's why
they,
you see the news and stuff when people are caught, they're interviewing their neighbors and they're like, "Oh my God, I would have never thought he'd do that." Now you've heard that a lot, right?
pretty much every time,
Every time.
the only cure for people like that, just my opinion here, is take them out back and blow their brains out and be done with it.
Well, see, and then that's where you run into legal trouble and all that too. I mean, you're gonna, you know, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's the only way you're going to cure it.
Well,
And again, if you open that part of their head and you can see what they were thinking.
oh my Lord, man, nah, but seriously, if you, that's why I don't like with exposing. The exposing stuff, when you expose them, you also bring in their families. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their families come into it and they're ashamed because the town looks at them like, hey, that was your brother, that was your sister, that was your cousin. It's much like the way they're doing a couple of, a couple of other people right now that I know. And the thing about it is, was I aware that all this was going on? We're in control of ourselves. Okay, if I go out here and I do something like that, then that's on me. That shouldn't be on my cousin or aunt or uncle or sister, right?
Yeah, but that's not how it works, though, unfortunately.
That's not how it works. Exactly. When the family gets involved in it, and then they find out that they've let, okay, I'll give you an example. The Tim guy that was there to see the 15-year-old, he walked the park for 6 hours. 6 hours. When we said, leave your phone here, because the phone was going to go straight to the police, and he didn't want to leave his phone. He's like, I can't. I've got pictures of my niece. She's 8 years old. Then we was like, whoa. So my mistake right there was I asked what the parent's name was so I could get an in-depth detail and have it on video that when we go back, we could turn that into police and say, well, her parent is here. We need to get that phone to ICAC, whatever. So my mistake was I asked the names. When I did that, I didn't know that 15 million people would see that video. You see what I'm getting at?
Hmm.
At the time, we didn't know that it was the championship baseball game, that all the leagues and stuff, or all the counties and 3 or 4 different counties and cities or whatever the deal is, however they do it, was at that park. We didn't have no clue on that. Only thing we had is we was that was the first predator bust that we'd done. It was the day that Summer Wells went missing. It was the exact same day. As a matter of fact, her missing, her Amber Alerts and all, everything was coming across my phone, and I was like, "Whoa, what is this?" And I was keeping on because I was reading chat logs of me and this predator. That I can't remember who the decoy was. Actually, I think I was the decoy. I think I was part decoy on that one. And I was teaching Xander and Tina and everybody how to do this. This was the first predator that we busted. And we had waited. We was talking to the sheriff's department, and he's the one that had the connections with the Department of Homeland Security. He was their link to the Homeland Security, and he's like, well, you guys just go ahead and go do the bust. And we're like, okay, we're going to go do it right now. We had been filming. I think, if I recall, we had been filming earlier that day, and we was filming promo shots and stuff like that. We didn't know, we didn't have a clue of anything that we was going to run, or before the day before we'd been filming, and we didn't have a clue that the next day, it I think it was like, God Almighty, I want to say 11 o'clock or something, that we was going to be talking to a predator, not an actual predator. There was six at the park. There were six child predators at the park that we had on the hook, and the one that we chose is the one that stood around there for 6.5 hours, because that we figured that was the most dangerous one. We didn't know what they looked like. We didn't know anything about them, nothing about them at all. So when we exposed him, it was, of course, we said, "What are you wearing?" He said, "White shirt, blue jeans, and I've got." He said, "I've got." He said he had red hair. Well, I didn't see no damn red hair. Would actually walked right by him a couple of different times, and then they said that's him, because he kept looking. Somebody texted him or something from the actual decoy phone, and he looked down at his phone. And we looked at his phone. I said, "Okay, look, guys, I'm going to disguise my voice as a younger, like a kid would say, and I've already got his name. I've already got things about him." So I said, "Hey, Tim." And when he turned around real fast, well, we know we had him. There's a double identification. You see what I'm saying, right? And we knew we had him. Um, and then I didn't know if he was going to. I had no clue. I mean, literally no clue about this. I didn't know if he was going to run. I didn't know what he was going to do. And I just went back to the old bounty hunter days when I would point my hand and point my finger, "Come here a minute," and I changed my tone. And he's like, and he got studded up there. Of course, I had Xander and the rest of the team, Tina and them, with us, and it was kind of an overwhelming moment. I will admit that it was an overwhelming moment for him. We got up there to him, and then Xander, I think Xander opened it up, and he said, "What are you doing talking to kids on the internet," or something like that. And then, we kind of like all ask her questions, but they was all open ended questions what we was asking. And then finally, I said, "Look, I seen he was nervous as hell," and I was like, "You know what? Let's find us a seat over here. Let's sit down." I said, "I've been walking around, and I'm kind of you need to sit down like that, because I said you've been walking around all day long." And then that's when he went to walking, and he was like, "Oh, my feet! I got blisters on my feet," like that. He was scared to death. He was literally scared to death. And we got him over to the bench that he sat down on, and then I started, pretty much going through the chat logs. That's all I did. But I was asking open ended questions with the chats, like if he said, "I want to do this and I want to do that. I want to take you to," and he knew, because of course we would give him two or three different chances, sometimes four, and we'd be like, "Are you sure it's okay? You know, you're not worried about my age?" And usually people are like, "Well, age ain't nothing." That's the first thing they go with. Age ain't nothing. What's age? And they knew they're going wrong. Then they'll say something like, "Well, we got to keep this secret. We got to keep this between ourselves." You know. So I'm kind of like, where, okay, keep it with ourselves. Oh, and you never say okay, because if you okay, you allow it to happen. So, and that's kind of an enticement. You can be enticed. They can get you for enticing and stuff. Um, because you're going along with it. It's just like if you was to send nude photos, or a photo of a child, or not a child, but somebody. What we would do is, our decoys, we would make them look under age 18. We would just pick a photo, and we would transform it in a way that it looked over 18, or looked under 18. Sorry about that. But the actual person with the decoy was over 18. So that's kind of like how we set it up. And that's going by exactly by what the sheriff's department and Department of Homeland Security actually told us how we could do it. So let me ask you a question, True First. What if there was a kid's game over there? It was a championship game. It was a championship game. So what if one of those kids would have got over there in that area where he was at because he was all over that park walking? You see, it's people like you that need to look yourself in the mirror. I'm not going to argue with you. You have your own little deals, but what have you ever done? What have you ever done to try to, stop anything of that nature, anything at all? You've done nothing but run your mouth and run it about lies. But anyways, you run it about accusations and stuff, nothing that's fact. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. Yep. And what they'll do is what child predators will do, they'll get something like FaceApp and they'll send. I've got pictures, I've actually still got pictures of a 57-year-old man who took it upon himself to take FaceApp, make himself younger, and he got invited to a little children's party. You know what? It fooled the parents, it fooled the mother, and he was able to take those kids and round them up saying there's a party at my house, new student in school and stuff like that. And the kids thought they knew him. So one kid joined, and then the next thing he got his friend to join. And so this child predator now has not one of his targets, but where all these kids are linked together, he's got 4 or 5 of his friends. Well, let me tell you, if that child predator is a dog, he just made $130,000 off those kids. Because you know what happens to those kids? They don't have to worry about trafficking them and having sex with them in hotels and stuff. No, they kill them. They kill them for their organs, okay? Because they're 15, 20, 25,000 a piece. And that's black market sale. And that's street value. But you know what the medical value of them is? You know what the medical value of it is? Is a lot more. Lot more. A whole hell of a lot more. So you're giving your thug, your dog, 80,000. Hey, oh, it's not 100,000. No, no, we would just give you 65, 80,000. That's fine. Who ain't going to take that if you're that in that league, right? If you're in that business, you're going to say, hell yeah, I can go get this. I can go get that. They're going to give it and they'll give it to you cash straight up. But by God, they take those organs and then they sell them in medical reasons and stuff. And they're making $70,000 each on some of this stuff. So instead of making, so look at the big profit. You want to know why it's so big for it? Why it's billions of dollar business? That's why. You think they actually make the money off just having sex and stuff in these little hotels that they pay for $420 a week, and they'll have 5 or 6 of them lined up? Let me show you one. Let me show you one. I'll show you one right here. Hold on. You see, I'm real, and what we do is real. Here, hold up. It's loading. The video is. You tell me I'm wrong, people. I want you to tell me I'm wrong. This is right after it got busted. The whole side section of this was shut off. It was shut off. The whole side section was. They took the whole back end of it. They had 5 or 6 rooms lined up with kids in it. And what they do is they rent them out for the week, 380, 420. But you know what? Guess how much they're making a pop off that child while it's getting raped by grown men? I'll tell you. I've told you before. Anywhere between $150 a pop to $250 a pop. And that's low shit. The big dogs pay even more. And they're getting raped 30 to 40 times every single day. Now, what's that little $400? That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. And they got 5 or 6 lined up. Think about it. Here you go. You see, there's people out there in this world who actually give a damn about your children and their children in the future. It's just sad that some like to stay behind the internet and a keyboard and little screen to protect their ass. But the ones that's out here in the field are really doing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There's always human clothes hanging somewhere. Wow. And yes, I don't look nothing like myself right now, and trying not to ever look like myself. Everything 14. Hell, fire. And y'all may have guessed this hotel here. The reason nobody's going to be in it is it because it was busted for human trafficking, and this is a hotel, guys. You'll see. Go around, and you'll see the shit. See the way in? It's all empty. It's crazy. Let me see. And then we get out here to the parking lot, and there is no cars here. Yep, this is the one it was.
Now, Truth Hurts, thank you. Thank you so much. That was your gotcha moment right there. At Truth Hurts, at Lindsay, here in East Tennessee, in Cobb County. So you're from Cobb County. You're from Cobb County, right? You just told on yourself. You just gave your position and everything away. Put a 1 in the chat if you see what she just done. Put a 1 in the chat if you see what she just done. How stupid, how ignorant is that? Put a 1 in the chat if you could read that and tell what she just done. At Lindsay, here in, you put your place in a position, you put it in the location. At Lindsay, here in East Tennessee, in Cobb County, not once but twice. You just gave your whole position up. So you're from Cobb County. No wonder you give us so much fucking hell. No wonder you give it. Tina, have you got that? Barbara, have you got that? Allie, have you got that? Brian, have you got that? Let me know. Well, I mean, you're the one that done it, not me. It come out of you. It's kind of like saying there's 4 whores in here, and the 4 women just obviously just without saying no names, and then just 4 women just start standing up and just start. I ain't no. Well, I didn't say it. You did. Thank you. Thank you. That's your Columbo moment for today. At Truth Hurts, she needs to run over to the shop and purchase all the anti-frizz hair products. Her hair is annoying. Well, you just gave it away, not me. I don't care where you're from. You just said you was from Cobb County or East Tennessee. You said you're from East Tennessee. Well, hell, East Tennessee ain't that big. You do understand that, right? You do understand there's east, west, north, and south, and you just gave me a quarter of your position. Easy. Easy. Why would you do that? That anyways, I don't care and don't even give a damn. But that shows me who you are right there. But anyways, continue on. Questions, please. Questions. I don't have no time to fool with these nobodies. Questions, thank you. Give me a question. Okay, keep telling them. You don't know who's watching. You're an idiot. I'm not your enemy, but you're an idiot. Selena, good mom. Okay. Dox me. You can't put. See what I'm talking about? Nobody said anything about doxing you. You doxed your damn self. The truth does hurt. Holistic. Check that out. She gave her position away. She gave herself out. You failed your first part of the mission. You are not chosen for the team. She did it to herself. I didn't do nothing. She's the one that says, right here, folks, look at this. No, I'm not from Cobb County, right there. I have begged you to dox me almost 3 years, Mr. Skip Tracer. If you really want me to, I mean, we can do that. Here we go. Look how she says this. At Lindsay, Here in East Tennessee? Question mark, question mark. She puts herself in East Tennessee. Okay. In Cocke County? Why would you say Cocke County for it? No one was even talking about Cocke County. What did Lindsay say up here? Look, in order to know, we need to know what Lindsay said. At True First, you're not telling the truth. I asked my law enforcement sheriff. That's another position, a law enforcement sheriff in a special position. And then she would say Cocke County. What would make you say Cocke County? I don't understand that. And the more you talk, the more you destroy yourself. Simple. Please don't give her a lollipop. She would swallow the damn thing, sticking out. Anyways, let's get back to what we're doing. Serious. Everybody's going to be serious. Any questions? Any questions on anything? What I'm asking for is your support and your help. I don't care to put myself back on the line and do this. Why let one person derail your chat? I'm not letting nobody derail my chat. But I'm glad that is a major troll. That is considered a major troll that's on one of our lists. And now we know a lot more about it. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Who sent me a all the information you can come up with? Thank you so much. Now, next question here. Any questions? Any more questions or anything? Or are we going to continue on? So with the Sebastian Rogers case, I don't want to do it as the Summer Wells case. If I get in it and I do it, and I actually make my mind up tonight to do it, I'm going to be talking with a good friend of mine. And if I actually decide to do this, it's not going to be like the Summer Wells case, not for us. Because the fact of the matter is, I want to stay low. I'm going to stay in the shadows. You may see me from time period or whatever. And you may even see me on other YouTubers' channels if they're there. I don't know I don't know the positions and the situation now, but you may see me getting a lot closer than they are. And I'm not mean closer as in solving anything. I'm talking about I'll be closer to the people. I won't be just sitting there peeking around the bush going, "Oh my God, there's Allie. There's Allie. Shh." I won't be telling the fucking grasshoppers, "Shh." No, because we have a motto that we use. You don't go to its ass. You don't go to the horse's ass. You go straight to its mouth. You don't get a peek around the bush in the bushes with your little hat on. It's got a little leaf sticking out going, they're 800 yards away. Can you make out that little dot? That little dot is Allie. I think that over there is Hunter. I'm not really sure. I can't really see. Let me zoom in. Here, let's get a little closer. I think we can get over here by the football field or by the field over here, this park over here. We can get closer. And they're still 990,255 feet away, right? No, that ain't how you work that. That ain't how you work that. You walk in there like you own this son of a bitch and you go from there. That's how you do it. But you know what it takes? It takes what's called guts. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Mountain Violet. Thank you so much. How are you? I hope everything's well. Hope everything's well with you. Seriously, that's what they do. That's what they do. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen certain creators do that. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen certain creators do that. You know they do it. They put little leaves on their head. They put hell, they may even get a ghillie suit. They're over there, folks. Look over there. You know. That's awesome, man. We got to finance the finest surveillance equipment out there. Is out there, okay? I don't need that. Pen and paper is good enough for me. Pen and papers and the McNally roadmap and books and stuff, that's good enough for me. Good enough for me. I'll tell you right now, a rescue mission and what they put a part of rescue missions, go for 20,000 and up. I'll tell you right now, they do. What they put in the state and whenever they're doing it is 20 some thousand and up for rescues. Can be even more. It don't take near that. It's a waste. They charge you paper. They charge paperwork. They charge everything. So gas, lodging, all that. What should be 2 or 3,000 turns out to be 27,000. Hell, we went. I took and drove 7 hours over to Kentucky, over in the hell pits of Kentucky, and got this one little girl out of a situation she was in. Her mother, remember that Tina Zander? Y'all remember that? We brought her over, and I can't remember her name. I can't remember none of them's name now, but it's never. But anyways, it was 7.5 hours. I got up early that morning. I think we left. What time? I left at 4:30 in the morning. I took the Hummer. And went and got that girl over in Kentucky and brought her back. And I think it was her parents or something didn't want her. And Tina pretty much raised her for a month or two or whatever. I can't remember. I can't recall the time on it, but Tina handled that very well. She handled it very well. And you can imagine some of the women or some of the girls talkings and stuff that they did. So, like I said, guys, I'm not 100% and I don't claim to be. I don't even think I'm 55%. If that. Beloved, I have something messing up thousands of dollars in trees and food. So we're out day and night repairing stuff. It's hot as hell. Wow, sweetie. Sorry about that. I do hate that. Is it a critter? Mountain violet? Is it some kind of critter? And I know you know all the tricks of the land. And I'm gonna tell you something right now, guys. I'm a sworn believer in what's called She Legit. It's a natural testosterone that's grown in other countries, and I'm telling you right now, there's a powder that you can get. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you about 20 or 30 bucks. But I highly recommend that, and I highly recommend Black Maca. I highly recommend it. Because I'll tell you right now, if you want energy and you want power and strength, don't do too much of it. I'm just talking about a little tablespoon of it each. No thinking it's rats or moles. Okay, Mel, might need to get that bucket out there and start putting some food out there and put the water in the bucket. You know what I'm talking about? It might be a bear. See, maybe a bear, beloved ghost says. It keeps you. I'll tell you, it's some of the most powerful. It's some of the most powerful stuff. You know, for me, it makes me like my strength level. My strength level goes skyrocketing. But what sucks is if your body ain't ready to work, if your body's not ready to work with it, well, you're pretty much laying with a bunch of energy and there's no way to get rid of the energy. And I'm talking about immense energy. I'm talking about some of the most intense energy you'll ever feel, especially if you take a tablespoon of maca and like a little bit of She Legit. She Legit is very, very, very powerful because it's actually a natural testosterone. It's a natural testosterone. And I'm going to tell you, it's a very powerful one. So I just recommend, starting out and get you a teaspoon or something, and you can mix it. You can do whatever. Me, I'll tell you what I take. I take a thing called it's mutant. No, it's monster. It's called monster. It may be no, it's mutant. It's mutant protein powder. It's weight gainer, and it's 2,500 calories. 2,500 calories per serving, guys. Per serving. It is wicked. So I can't take every bit of it, of course. So what I do is instead of like 3 scoops, I use maybe 2 scoops and leave the third one out because I'm talking about thick ain't the word for it, but it's freaking awesome. It's chocolatey. It's amazing. What I've got is chocolate. It's amazing. And then you have what's the serious stuff. That's wow. That's too much. It will put the weight on you quick. My sister's husband in 4 months put like 30 pounds on, literally packing it on muscle, solid muscle. I mean, he put a lot of weight on. He went from I'll tell you what, last time I seen him he was like 150. He's about 180 now. He's about 180. So he put around 30, 25 or 30 pounds on, and about 10 or 12 of that was solid muscle. So it looks a lot different. It's not Botox after 60. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's actually natural. I don't use anything that's not. Um, I'll be honest with you. Decabolin. If you look into Decabolin, which I don't. I mean, I've used once before when I was younger. Um, I never. I never really got into it because of the. Yes, thank you. Hold on 1 second. While you know, hold 1 second. So I see that in your, I see that in the messages. Listen, what I need, that part is that's just a cover. That's not the stand. That's not the stand. You see how the stand's gray? I mean, I could do it. It's the stand that's needed. I mean, I can do it. I can do it. You see what I'm saying, sweet? Okay, good deal. Sorry about that. Where can I buy that, Ernie? That maca? Um, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon if you look. It's called Black Maca. Black Maca and She Legit. Be careful with those two. I swear, be careful with She Legit. Read about, go ahead, go to Google and read about She Legit. You will be blown away. You'll be blown away. Because I'll tell you right now, that She Legit, it will take and it will literally, it will transform your whole body. It will transform your whole body. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're going to pay, 20 or 30 bucks for it for a little bag, just a little bag of it. But I'm telling you, do not overdo it, guys. Do not overdo it because it will turn you into a lightning bolt. I swear to God, it will. Heat index here is 105. You said, Shauna? Wow, there it is. She legit right there. Sheila shit. Well, Sheila did shit, but anyways, beloved ghost is she legit right here. That's it right there. That's how you spell it, folks. All you gotta do is Google it. It did, JW. That was a good catch. Beloved Ghost wrote it up here, right here. Sheila Chit. I can you see it in the daggone chat. They got to be made. StreamYard's got to do something. I mean, if I'm gonna pay this kind of money for StreamYard, I mean, are there any other? I'm gonna have to search around. I'm gonna search around. This is aggravating. This is aggravating. I don't like the features. I really don't. I like some of the features, but some of them is just ridiculous. Some of them's ridiculous. There's a couple interviews that I'm waiting on and trying to find out about. Like I said, I'm turning this channel completely different what it is. Letting these idiots get up here and promote their channels and stuff is not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. I'm not letting them come up and promote their channels when they don't do nothing but damn us. They condemn us. That's not happening ever again. I have a Rumble account. I never use it. And everybody's been begging me to get on it. I've been asked to do a lot of interviews with a lot of, like I said, I've got one. We'll see here, guys. I got to show you something. I'll show you something here in a little bit. Passion fruit. Well, I'll just say it's a little bit more powerful than a passion fruit. Back in the day, there was a steroid. It was called Winstrol, and it would rip you to shreds. It would rip you. Mama T sent you a link for Ernie. It's one of the interviews of Sebastian's mom and stepdad. Thank you, and I'll look into that. I'm not going to play it live. I'll look into it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Because the fact of the matter is, 10 foot by 7.5 or 10 foot by 7 foot is way too big for any place. Is really way too big. I can sit there and put a studio together with that, and I mean, and in those dimensions, that's fine. And all I need, I love it how people talk to me while they're getting me ready for the studio stuff. Like I was talking to a guy, he was like, "Well, we can do this, we can do that, we have the other." I'm like, "I haven't agreed to it. I haven't agreed to it yet." The part about me coming on and showing my face and showing my body and stuff, I kind of, still want to build back some muscle before I do this stuff. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But everybody can check out Wendy Wim tomorrow. She got the mold box today, so tomorrow those pendants will be ready. Those tiger pendants will be ready, and we'll get to see some a status report of those. So I do appreciate that. Nobody's blocked nobody. I'm sitting here watching it, and it tells me when people have been blocked. Here, hold on a second. You can take it. About that. To the person texting me right now, there's another one. If you look down for like $5 more, and you get the host stand and kit with it. Do you see that? I think it's like 39. It's 39.99, and it's big. It's a big one. It's even the one that I have that still it's like $39 or something like that. That's more the style. And the thing about it is the reason why, because if it's set out outside and it's not got a proper stand, because these are indoor and outdoor. If you set a studio set outside, like in Manhattan or something, say if you wanted to put your um, you're set up in Manhattan and you wanted to do it right there at Times Square, you'd have your table, your cloth, bam, you'd have your background, you'd have all the background stuff, and it would cover. But what you do is you have it where the Manhattan, where Times Square is showing above that, and then you mix and match it in. That's what the news and stuff do when they sit outside. They don't have those big old ass damn, everything to work with. I mean, they literally use cheap ass damn green screen and blue screen stuff. Simple. It's simple. That's what they use. And if you actually go to, oh my God, CBS, and you go to their place, if you look at them when they're on TV, they look like they're in this big, huge room, and they got all this stuff around them. But if you look at it in real life, and you go to, it's right over side Times Square over there. You go right straight to them, and you look through the glass, and you can see them. You can see their security guards have more room than they have. They're in a corner. They're in a little corner, and they got green screens everywhere, and it looks like more depth. It looks like a lot more depth. That's what they use. That's the trick. That's the trick they use. That's all fake as hell, literally. So okay, so we're gonna agree. We're gonna agree on a few things here, guys. We're gonna come up with the rules. We already come up with the blocking rules and stuff like that. Everybody's got that. First time will be 10 minutes. Second time will be 20 minutes. Third time you're blocked. I think that's a good deal. If anybody has anything else they want to say, who cares, Fluffy? You all been the same the whole time. Is traders want to compete with me in live? By God, I'll start camming up. I'll cam up and show where I'm at. And then they'll be like, mother of fudge. Because then they're going to like, what? Where the hell is he at? I Googled the Sebastian Rogers case. As of now, there are no updates. Sebastian Rogers, but authorities have not yet found any leads or signs of his whereabouts. Kids just don't disappear. Kids, especially kids like Sebastian Rogers, they don't just go and disappear. Ernie, when I get blocked, you're going to have to take Bitcoin. Embassy, you're not getting blocked. No one's getting blocked. Thank you, Mel X. I appreciate that. So, oh my God, I gotta show. I gotta do this. She's talking about Karen, and Karen's also live at 3. Well, Lord God, and I'm still okay. I tell you what, we've been live long enough. We've had a little bit of a lesson. We've had a little bit of a lesson, right? We've had a little bit of a lesson today. Not much, but we got to watch. What was it? Truth Hurts. Docs her own damn self. I thought that was pretty funny. But let's do this. Let's do this. Let's all come out with ways. Embassy, I want you in on this too. Let's come up with ways and things that's going to be needed, like that's going to help us. That's going to further along us and not just delay us. Let's do that. And I want you all to put yourself in a position of being in a case or of any kind of child's case, any kind of missing kids case. What would you have to have? What would you need? If you guys can give me about 3 or 4 minutes while you just type all that in, think about everything now. What you would need for 3 days. What Chris and Queen, is it Ashley, have the same screen? Queen Ashley has the same screen as Chris. Okay, well, look, there's a lot to that. She can figure that out. I'm not touching that unless it's call out. Don't even get involved with Sebastian. He needs real help. He does need real help, and real help's here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Stop me. Try to stop me. I've already contacted law enforcement and everything. I know everybody over there. I know people over there. So just try to stop me. You'll never see me at the beginning. You'll never see me because I don't do stupid shit like you all do. Throw it all over the internet when I'm actually working. Um, what else? So think of yourselves and what you would need for a 3 days, a 3 days investigation. What all would you need? What would you take? I'm going to mute out here a second. I'm going to I'm going to call this person back. I'm talking about 2 or 3 minute quick call. I'm going to have some things scheduled made, and I'll be right back with you. You guys put it in the chat. What would you have to have? What would you have to have? Put it in the chat in order to, you know, take on a case like this. What would you have to have? I'm going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Cool deal, Jason Justice. I saw that. I'm not looking for a green screen for like StreamYard. We're setting up a studio. We're setting up a studio equipment and stuff, and I take I take Ernie as equipment and money to eat, my car to get around, my gun and heat protection. Thank you, Jody. That's an awful nice thing. That's an awful nice. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, chasing justice. It was something that was brought up about prices and things of that nature. And I'm also looking to try to help people that's getting ready to be. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to give out everything. You don't give out nothing on YouTube. I learned that. Um, right. Well, what I'm talking about, you're going to have your clothes. I'm talking about what resources would you need? What resources would you need? A pair of handcuffs for your stupid ass. Thank you, Libby. And while you're at it, you could probably get a mirror that you could always look at yourself. Thank you so much. I'm glad. You know, that woman, have you ever seen those craters in her face? That's meth. That's meth that does that to you when you dig yourself to death. That's some kind of meth. Okay, so another phone, recording device, gun for protection, picture of Sebastian, phone numbers, and addresses. Okay, so you're going to need a laptop, which I got. I need another phone, which I don't have. It don't have to be a high dollar phone. I'll pick one of them up. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll pick one of them up and we'll go from there. I need a phone. So if I'm going to be clear to you people while I'm on live, I can call certain places and certain people and show you and verify through number identification and voice identification that I'm calling that place, whatever that place is. You see, you got to have that. You got to have that. If you don't, you're pretty much just blah, 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 blah. And I'm not doing it. I'm not wasting my time with that. The recorder, that's on the same phone, just a phone, another phone. You can always download an app for a recorder, and a lot better recorder than what they sell actually. So there's a few things you're going to need, and that's just a couple major ones. It ain't like you're packing for a vacation, people. Um, One thing you're going to need is a notebook and pen. That'll be the first thing. You're going to need a notebook and pen. No, we're not going on vacation. We're going to do this for 3 days and see how it is. Now, if I'm getting somewhere, that's a different thing. In 3 days, you're going to have enough money for 3 people. You're going to have enough money for food, the travel expenses, which ain't going to be that bad. So, but it's not going to be nothing like what a state or run agency would cost with 4 or 5 men, which is $27,000. You're not going to have to do that, you know. And if there's 300 or 400 people in chat and they want to donate, you know, that pretty much takes care of your hotel, your food, and some of your gas there and back. Simple as that. That's why I said if people donate for the reasons of not control and not being under control, then it's a good thing. It's a real good thing. especially when you're out there in the field actually doing it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing like being actually in the field and you're doing your field work, you're doing your field interviews, you're doing everything you need to do. And somebody walk up to you and say, hey, man, we appreciate what you do and everything. And, just give that comment, just that little comment. Even though they don't know what in the hell you're doing, but you look official, right? You look responsible and you look professional. There you go. You find out on your own. You find that out on your own. I can't tell you whether or not, something's going to be or something's not going to be. You find that out, especially if it's got something to do with you. You find that out. And most people answer their own questions. That's another thing. Bug spray is a damn good thing. A bug spray is a good thing. You packed the whole bed, the truck, and everything just to go camping, huh? Oh, yeah. Bug loves me. Embassy bugs love everybody. I'm telling you. So did you see what kind of page we're on right now? We're on the same sheet of music everybody is, and everybody's working together. That's what I want. If I say, hey, give me somebody that's knows the Sebastian Rogers case, bam. If I say, hey, give me somebody that knows the Summer Wells case, bam. If I say, hey, little Mikey's case, bam. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. Pen, paper, phone with GPS, exactly. Map, spare torch, chargers, batteries, exactly. Route map, exactly, just in case the GPS don't pick up a place and last seen to home and surrounding areas. Now, what you want to do with that, you want to go even closer. You want to check out what we call the app NSOPW. You want that too, so you can see all known predators, which I don't even think anybody's ever done that. All known child predators that's in a certain proximity. No, I got a couple things to do. I got a couple things to do before it, but we're gonna put everything together, kind of like stock up a little bit and find out what all we need. I know what I need. I'm just testing the chat right now, seeing where they're at with it. I'm gonna borrow your mother's flip flops. Okay, good deal, Fluffy. Anyways, thank you, thank you, thank you. You see what I'm talking about? How people hit you, and then when you actually do something, and then people start acknowledging that, that's when they try to come. Oh, nah, hell no. You can stay the hell over there, that pedo. I'm glamping if I'm 10. Yeah, exactly. Chihuahua mom. Exactly, exactly. These people, I'll do that. Ernie didn't see my real list. I'm going to have to look at it, Chihuahua mom. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I'm bringing awareness, and I'm showing you. You're in the rest of my class too, as well. Um, a porta potty and toilet paper. Look, I always take toilet paper with you all. I always take toilet paper with you. I don't care if you're getting on a Greyhound bus. I don't care what you're doing. Always have toilet paper, tissue paper, something with you. Always. I've literally got it in my bag right now. I teach everybody, always take. Oh yeah, Ernie would never take me on a trip. Well, the camper stuff, it'd be nice. It would be real nice. But the thing about it is, I've got a camera person, I've got another person, and I've got a real true person. Thank you, Lindsay. And I'm really gonna put 120% into this because it's the right thing to do. It's what needs to be done. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you all go. And we'll probably come back later on tonight and we'll see how everybody fares later on tonight. Much respect. God bless you all. Thank you all for fighting a good fight. There will be no donations. You all know what to do. If you want to donate, donate. If you don't. But there will be no Cash App or PayPal put up on this live. No Cash App or put up on this pal. Right? Here we go. Thank you all. Appreciate it.